thank you, Jamal, and thank you everybody for coming along here tonight. And in particular, if I can acknowledge Warren and Dean, who I've known now, I think something like 30 years.
I've known him 5.
That's right. Me too.
He knows it longer.
Can I just say, because it's very hard to follow someone like Warren, because Warren has so much experience in this area and has really been at the centre and front really of making sure that the true voices are heard in relation to this campaign. And I do want to thank you in particular. I know we want to have Warren at as many of these events as we possibly can, because he really does understand the issues, of course, that Indigenous communities face and what they actually desire. And I think it's so critical what you said earlier about how not treating Aboriginal people all the same. Because as many of us in this room with migrant backgrounds know, we don't like when it's done to our own communities, so we can completely appreciate and understand the point that you've made here tonight, Warren. Can I thank Jamal also, and Michael, the other guest speaker here today, but to you, Jamal in particular, thank you for organising tonight and for organising the group as well, Multicultural Voices Against the Voice. I think what's most important, and just so for those who don't know, I was once a Labor MP in South West Sydney, and I have spent a lifetime living in South West Sydney. I come from a multicultural family background myself. My grandparents lived originally in Russia and the Ukraine. They left because of the Russian Revolution, and my parents were subsequently born in China. And in 1959 and 1960, my parents arrived into Australia as refugees. So, escaping 2 communist regimes, my families, before they arrived into Australia. I'm glad my father is not alive now, okay? I know that sounds terrible, but there are days where you sometimes have to question why families escape terrible regimes overseas to see the sorts of issues that we face in Australia today. And I have to say, I know many of you arrived into Australia because you came here for a better life, for opportunities, for economic prosperity. You also wanted to live in a country where you would have the opportunity to practice your traditions and your customs and your faith, but you wanted to be part of the Australian way of life and the Australian family, and you wanted to be part of the united community most of all. And what I think should prove everybody with this campaign now, with this referendum, is why is it so already so divisive? Okay, if it was set out to really unite the people of Australia, why from the get-go has it been so divisive? Why has it been so about only one side, the yes side, that's been supported and given all the information and media access and so forth? And why is it so difficult for those who want to espouse the no argument to actually get their voices heard? And that should be, I think, immediate alarm bells that should ring when it comes to thinking about this particular referendum. And also, why was so little said about it in the election, and very small amounts were said prior to the last federal election about this. And even now, we still see a campaign led by Anthony Albanese, and some of his cabinet, I wouldn't say that everybody in the cabinet is entirely behind this, but what you can see is somebody completely unwilling to provide proper information. Anyone listening to 2GB with Ben Forden, who does an excellent job of making it clear that Anthony Albanese himself can't provide all the details. And if they can't, if the Prime Minister of Australia can't coherently provide information and details as to why the public should vote for something like this, then it shouldn't be pushed onto Australians right now. And I tell you, as somebody who lives in South West Sydney, and I live very far from here, what concerns me most is I haven't really even seen the Labor MPs, the federal state Labor MPs, in this particular part of Sydney, in South West Sydney or indeed in Western Sydney, really campaign on the issue either. They're not providing information themselves. Are they behind it? Or are they just listening to instructions? That's the concern One Nation has, I can tell you right now. And I don't think the Labor Party are completely united when it comes to this issue, but Anthony Albanese is pushing the cause. And he's doing so at the expense of everybody in this room and our communities out here in South West and Western Sydney. We've got an economy that's distressed, inflation at 7%, interest rates are up, energy bills are up 15% extra this year, gas and other household utilities are up 25-26%, food bills are up almost 10%. There's huge cost of living crisis that we're facing here, and we feel it the most in our communities in South West and Western Sydney. That's what we want our politicians to focus on. That's what we want them to think about. And we want them to propose concepts and ideas that help economically, but also bring cohesion and bring communities together. That's why many of our communities, cultural communities, came to Australia in the first place. And that's what concerns me greatly. That the referendum, we know is divisive, we know that it lacks details. We also know, and Warren has said this as well, it's going to be a costly exercise, a bureaucratic exercise, that will have such a broad scope that it will be really difficult legally to manage. There's no question about it. There's a host of, and a plethora of lawyers out there that are trying to raise their concerns in relation to what's being proposed. It's really, it will just be, I think, a never-ending saga for Australians to deal with. And it's not just all of you in this room, but it's your children and grandchildren as well. And that doesn't mean that we're not concerned for Indigenous Australians. Indeed, we are. And I was reading your wonderful article today, Warren, in The Australian, and one particular paragraph that I highlighted really touched me, and that was that issue that you raised, and often raised, is where's the evidence that any of this is actually going to help Aboriginal people, Aboriginal kids? And we know the best way to help communities that are in dire need of support is by giving them economic prosperity. Okay, that is what it's all about. That's where the money, instead of being redirected to the referendum and redirected to potentially another layer of bureaucracy that will report to the executive and to Parliament, that money should be redirected to kids in care, getting kids out of incarceration, helping with a whole host of rehabilitation, but also getting people gainfully employed, okay, and trained. That's what it's all about. So I want to thank each and every one of you again for being here and to Jamal for the opportunity. Please, I'm happy to also answer questions at the end, but also each of you are connected to different communities. Make sure you go back to everybody you know to make it clear that the only way to respond to this referendum is no. Thank you.